It's after 7 o'clock, it's minus 20, probably getting colder. Wind chill is supposed to be getting down around minus 30 tonight. I'm up here in northeastern Ontario, out in the woods, trying to find my buddies Xander and John. The boys have already hiked back to a lake during the daylight, but the good news is I can see their tracks in the new fresh snow here. I'm gonna pack the pulk up and get prepped and ready to go into the woods for a couple days of awesome winter camping. Good news is tent will already be set up there, and hey, maybe the boys already have a meal waiting for me, so let's get on with it. Oh my God. What's up?
You made it!
Good to see you, man.
Glad you made it. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Good
Come on
here,
in,
man.
Rusty fella. Oh. Wait, let me get a shot of your face.
Well, you know, I can smell it. Yeah? Kind of. My nose is kind of closed shut. It's dark. So it's just so nasty.
Yeah, dude. Glad you found us. Anyway, come on in.
Yeah, okay.
Get warmed up. Get dinner on.
There we go. Plenty more. Ooh, take that and put it down quick. It's hot.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah. There's lots. That's half the load. Sweet, thank you. Oh, wow. Bon appetit. John is made a chowder and it's super hot. Nice bread too.
Judges?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It's fantastic.
Delicious.
Presentation though, on the plate.
For this trip, we decided to hold a friendly cooking competition. Everyone makes a dinner and breakfast, and each one will be consumed and judged accordingly.
This is very flavorful.
I mean, even with gloop, I'd still eat it, I think, right now.
That's true. You do have the benefit of going first on this cooking competition because, like, everything's gonna taste better on the first night when it's like when we're all so hungry.
It's perfect. I don't have to do anything. Can't set food.
Oh yeah, well,
I feel like it's been like you guys are the Sherpas.
But you had to come
don't get ahead of yourself. We decided that you're doing all the firewood prep for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, and you have to take down camp and haul the sleighs out.
John's chowder and bread was a perfect warm meal for the first chilly night. His first dish may look like gloop, but it comes in hot at a respectful 7 out of 10.
She's cold out. My eyelids are starting to freeze shut.
Like negative 33, negative 32.
Man, that goes right through you.
Whew, feel it in my lungs. It's cold, man.
It's the coldest you ever camped at?
This is the coldest I've ever camped at. Yeah. Fortunately, we have this hot tent, otherwise it would be very scary to be out here.
That's true.
Like, very scary.
So it's minus 32 out right now, and we're gonna get a lot of firewood because it's pretty chilly. Like everything around here is just crystallizing. You can see little frost particles just turning into almost like snow in the air. It's actually giving like the entire night like almost like the shimmering shine to it. And then you got the stars above, and it's incredible. Everything is quiet and calm and kind of sparkly. Really wicked when you get temperatures like this.
There's like this, like the stillness, eh?
Yeah, clear sky, stars. There's just frost crystallizing in the air out of nothing.
Yeah, you really start to feel it in the lungs.
Yeah, it's cold. There's jack pine. Damn firewood. Gotta burn all night. It's too cold for a cold camp. Yeah. That's enough for tonight.
This is the coldest I've ever camped at. It's frigid.
That's the stove sucking in air, right?
Like John's creepy long fingers creeping up somebody's skirt.
No.
Oh no.
Late night, it's minus 34 out right now. It's pretty chilly. It's super toasty in here though with the wood stove going, but anytime that tent door opens, like the cold just rushes in and you can see it rushing in. It's that cold out. So tomorrow's supposed to be pretty chilly for the most part. We'll see what we're gonna get up to. Talked about moving camp, but it's 1:20 right now, so I don't think that's happening. Gorgeous night. You hear the trees popping all around, the stars are out, but it's toasty in here. Be a good night's sleep. Good morning. It is still really cold out. Woke up this morning, John said it was still around minus 32 degrees out. The sun's just popping up now, so hopefully it's gonna get a lot warmer, but this is the first time I've really gotten a sense for where we're camped because I came here in the dark. Pretty cool. Do a bit of exploring around here this morning. Get familiar with our surroundings, and John's gonna make some breakfast. Bacon, and then I'm cooking hash browns with like veggies and stuff in the bacon grease.
Look at all that bacon. Oh my god, I'm having a heart attack.
And this is I cooked it at home, so it wasn't like a ridiculous amount of grease, but cooked it like with a lot of the fat still on.
Right, so John did dinner last night, and he did breakfast today. He did first round of apple fritters, second round, quite a literal pot of bacon. And we're instructed to save our grease for the hash browns. It's too hot.
That's how we eat bacon.
Yeah, my heart's like clogging.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short hike.
No, it's good. Better be a long hike. Pot of bacon.
Oh. Hey. My voice went down, or went up like 4 octaves. It's usually down here. Oh, I really smell the pepper in the air.
Yeah, I know.
Part 3 of John's breakfast bonanza.
3 hours later.
As expected. I don't need lunch today because this is probably like 2,000 calories worth of like bacon grease that this potato mixture is saturated in. That's it.
That's true.
Take the competition, the cooking competition out day 1. Heart attack.
Like we were saying, the genre is too saturated, just like our hearts.
John's breakfast bonanza was a good mix of classic foods, but he loses valuable points for timing and trying to induce a heart attack. A tasty 6 out of 10.
Just out for a hike today. We're gonna go up to Dismal Lake. The boys, when they trekked in here, just trekked to this little swamp about 300 to 400 meters shy of Dismal. So we're gonna see what is up that way, maybe do a trek up to Stony tomorrow. We've been lounging, lazing about in the tent. It's almost 2 o'clock, so it's about time we actually get a move on and check out the woods around here.
Brad, tell me you're gonna cut that, please. Brad, please cut that. Please, John. Please, Brad. My life depends on it. My dignity. That's better. Take 2.
It's beautiful at dusk when we got here. The sunlight was just coming through the grass. And then there were 2. John's got a bum knee, so he's going back. Xander and I are going to continue on to Dismal. Sun is shining, bit of clouds coming on the horizon, but it's a gorgeous day. Jacket's off right now. Quite a difference from last night's mid minus 30s temperature. That was just frigid. This is actually super nice. So weather's done a big 180 on us right now. Thankfully, we can actually get out of the tent and explore a bit. And I mean, it was nice, feeling pretty lazy in there. But this is a big reason why we do winter camping trips, is just to get out here and enjoy nature as well, and not just to sit back and relax. I mean, that's part of it, but there is a degree of relaxation and exploring different areas and crunching through newfound snow. So.
Uh-oh.
Look, there's the creek right here.
Yeah.
Right there's the creek. We're kind of in the middle.
I'll follow you. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
We're going down.
Still a fairly large lake. Yeah.
It's nice out here. Gotta love the open space, eh? And the stillness.
Xander and I made it to Dismal Lake. It's definitely not dismal. It's pretty gorgeous out here. Super nice. Some decent sized cliffs around here too. Not bad. Yo. Oh. Choose your weapon. Comfortable -10 out right now.
Yeah, it's dropping. You can feel it.
Yeah, it definitely is dropping. Chef Xander, what are you making?
Making homemade Xanders. It's like Xander burger. We're making a Xander burger. Ground beef, panko, Worcestershire sauce, egg, some seasoning, and a little bit of special something in there. I'll let you guess what that is.
Oh.
Whoa.
Who did that?
What the hell? Let's see what becometh of that.
It's like a tomato steak. A frozen tomato steak.
Yeah, there's more ingredients. We had arugula, which is all soggy now, and we had tomatoes which froze and now they're all soggy, so this is looking pretty good. Oh yeah. I think these are like pretty ready. Yeah.
This is a monstrosity burger. Man, these are like king size patties you got going on here.
Yeah, I had to make them smaller too. I made them way too big at first.
Wow. No, I'm impressed. Like, this is a burger and a half. The burger to end all burgers. I might burn my tongue on this, but it's all worth it. It's sloppy. Mmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Good.
Delicious.
This is dripping.
That's the Asiago dip with the Tabasco.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. The Asiago dip. Yeah, the Asiago dip is fire. I put that on everything.
Verdict's in. That's delicious. Really tough debate between John's awesome chowder last night and Xander's kick a burger right now.
Xander's burgers pack a punch with a delicious secret dash of maple syrup. These massive patties will put any man or beast into a feverish meat coma. A mouth-watering 7.5 out of 10.
I think we're all in a food coma, to be honest. It's super hot in here, really cozy. This firebox is just kicking out heat. So we've been playing damper tag here, turning it down, opening it, closing it, and it goes from sweatfest to pretty cold. But tonight, I don't think we're gonna have the firebox going. Maybe we'll see. If we get up, we'll stoke it. But last night we kept it going in the mid -30s.
But there's no like.
This Nor tent is pretty sick. It's supposed to be a 6-person tent, but it's really just fitting 3 of us in a wood stove. There's really not much space for anything else beyond gear and a bit of wood. So for the 6-person and a beefy wood stove for these colder temps, it's about its limit. But yeah, 10 o'clock right now. Heading to bed. Yeah, pretty tired from eating unreal amount of beef today and bacon and just doing a quick little hike. But we went up to Dismal Lake and I spotted a witch's broom on one of the red pines out there. So that's one of the goals tomorrow, is to trek back out towards Dismal Lake, and we'll do a bit of a horticultural discovery recovery mission. So it should be pretty fun. Good morning, day number 3. Sun's just coming up, a bit of clouds on the horizon, but yeah, nice crisp and cool morning out here. A bit of a wind too today, actually. Get the fire going and get warmed up.
Oh, great. Hello. Oh yeah.
That's gubby gubby.
John is up again.
It's too long, it wouldn't close.
I'm surprised his tent hasn't burned down yet, man.
Yeah, I'm happy
It will.
it hasn't. I would like to use it for at least one more night.
As he counts to 5.
At least one more times.
Oh, look at this spread.
Here you go, Bradley.
Salmon.
Ho ho. Yes, sir. Look at that. I live for this stuff. Breakfast number 2 on the Great Winter Camping Cook-Off Challenge. Xander has figured out the secret to the #1, at least in my heart, smoked salmon. We've got cream cheese, onions, capers, green onions, lemon, bit of salt and pepper. Delicious. I could eat this every day for the rest of my life and I'd be a happy man. Sorry, John, but I think he's pulled in the lead for breakfast.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Xander delivers an absolute massive hit with his take on classic locks. Smoked salmon is an automatic 10 in my books, but frozen accoutrements reels this fishy dish back to an impressive 9 out of 10. So we're off to Dismal Lake right now. I'm looking for this witch's broom. So it's a genetic mutation that is on this tree that if you take a clipping from it, graft it to a rootstock, that new tree that's gonna grow from that clipping is gonna emulate that growth characteristic that we see here. So it's pretty valued in the nursery trade, and I've always been on the lookout in some of these adventures to find one of my own. So the real work is gonna begin when I get back home and try to graft that baby. We're gonna go and try to find some fresh shoots. Kind of a rare occurrence, pretty cool. It's on a red pine too, which is pretty rare as well to find witches brooms on, so this will be pretty fun. Okay. Ooh, it is high up. Higher than I recall it being.
Yeah, it looks kind of sketchy. I think you'll have to climb on these branches to have any chance.
Broom looks like it's this branch right here. Right here? Yeah. Everything right off this branch is really tight. Okay, I got rope A out, rope B is out. Great, so we got all this rope. We're gonna try to extend that silky saw now. Xander's just gonna go find a nice stick. Good news is that blade is super sharp on there.
Tie it off would be square knot probably, but
Yeah, it'll work. Bring the tension down, yeah.
It's gonna do this really light.
Yeah, definitely.
It's working! Oh my god, it's actually working!
Yeah! Woo, 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 woo! So we had successfully cut down the witch's broom on this red pine. This is a really cool one because it's very dense. Red pine's usually fairly open canopy, but this is growing really tight. It's got a little twist to it too. And the needles are fairly gold flecked at the end, especially on this southern exposure. So typically in the wintertime, conifers do get a little bit of a different coloration on their needles. Usually it's a little more browning, but this red pine witch's broom actually has gold tips to it. When it's in the sun, they tend to gold a little bit on some of these mutations. So this is a really well sought after trait in the nursery industry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna have some red pine saplings that I'm gonna graft some of this new shoots to, and eventually I'm gonna get some miniature red pine trees that are gonna emulate this sort of growth pattern. Pretty cool. You don't tend to see witch's broom on red pine, so this is a really cool find, especially with the gold tips and tight twisty growth. So really excited about this one. Tender in toe. For this trip, I picked up something new. This is a Petzl Ico Core. I got it from Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, a lot of gear selection there, but I was pretty impressed that they have more of an endurance sort of running headlamp system. I do a lot of adventure racing, and I do a lot of trips where I'm actually moving through the bush at night, trying to make some distance, so having good light coverage is really ideal for me. And it just so happened that for this trip, I knew I'd be starting in the dark, so I really wanted to make sure that I had a bright headlamp to start my journey. It has this core battery pack on here, which is removable. You can swap them out. It also takes AAAs as well. At 500 lumens max output with the battery pack in here, I'm gonna get about 2.5 hours of output. And then if I wanna drop it down to the middle setting, which is 100 lumens, I'll get about 9.5 hours. It's got this really handy drawstring to adjust to your head, and it's pretty flexible, bendable. This material, I find it's a lot more comfortable on the head versus traditional straps. The light itself is super tiny and lightweight, just has 7 LEDs on here. Don't really feel like I have a headlamp on my head half the time. I was actually forgetting that I had it on my head a few times in the hot tent.
Well, that's blinding.
I know. Pretty impressed with it. It's pretty cool to see that Bass Pro Cabela's is having a lot more diversity in gear selection these days too, getting into more of some of those endurance sports and high powered lights. Yeah, time for the night.
I'm looking for a fire pit for some cooking, change of scenery.
So tonight I am doing a reflector oven meal. Need a big outdoor fire for this with a reflector oven. We found this kind of boulder back here which will actually push that heat back, so might bring our cook time down a little bit, put those temps up so we can enjoy a lovely roast tonight. But yeah, nice to get moving. I kind of feel a little lethargic stuck in that hot tent, especially given all the food we've been eating.
It's crazy when a big part of the trunk is exposed like this. It wraps around.
So that's healing. So that's the scar material healing right here. So it would have actually had half the tree open at one point in time. And this is the heel. So eventually this will wrap all the way around and heal over this dead piece of wood with this new wood. It's a jack pine. It's a shorter lived species, so it might not actually live to that age, but it definitely had some form of trauma at some point in time and slowly healing.
Haven't we all?
Did you get a couple splits? So tonight's dinner, we've got pork roast. I've stuffed with garlic. Been marinating this bad boy all weekend. I've got some lovely garlic to roast. We've got some nice acorn squash.
Cutting the squash.
Cutting the squash.
Oh,
I mean, it worked. Look at that.
Great.
Yeah.
I think, eh?
Yeah, I did. I'm just gonna chop the side down here.
Nice.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
We chopped the squash with an axe. And then I've also got mashed potatoes and gravy, which we'll do inside the hot tent once all this stuff cooks down. We're gonna grill it in the reflector oven and over the fire here. So throwing a lot of heat right now. Should take about an hour, hour and a half to finish all this up. Cheesy mashed potatoes.
Get ready, man.
Yeah.
So tonight I got roast pork, we got roasted garlic, I've got cheesy onion mashed potatoes, and we've got acorn squash with maple syrup on it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
I need video.
All excellent. Squash is really good too.
Definitely going to be cooking these in the future. It's just so tasty. It's a hit, Brad. I love it, man. It's like almost pumpkin-y, but like not quite. It's its own thing. Just like the mama I never had and used to make.
Garlic stuffed pork roast with hearty sides and all the fixings. A perfect Sunday meal that's sure to be a crowd pleaser. Dinner done right, it's 9 out of 10.
It's our final night out here. It's about -7 out right now. We're gonna let the stove die down, just relax. But yeah, been a really sweet day. Our expedition for the Witch's Broom was a success. Been a really sweet trip so far. Kind of sad to see it come to an end tomorrow because it's been really chill, been really relaxing, kind of what we all needed. Been really full because we've been eating so much food, and crawling our sleeping bags now, calling in for a night and just relax. Been great. Good night.
Beautiful day. So warm.
Good morning. Final day here, day 4. Gorgeous out. Wind's really died down. Beautiful, still calm day. We're just gonna get the fire going outside again one last time. Do one final big breakfast here. I've got some nice PHYLLO sausage cheese roll-ups here that I made at home, so hopefully the boys enjoy. I've never made this before. But yeah, final fire. We'll get lit, and then we'll pack camp and hike on out. Been a great trip so far, and sad it's coming to the end because it's been just relaxing. It'll be delicate. All right, toss me a plate and I will load them up. Buttercup.
Oh my god. That's so good. Invested in sausage roll stocks. To the moon.
Sausage and cheese rolled tight in butter-basted PHYLLO and drizzled with ooey gooey maple syrup. Ending the trip on a high with this mouth pleaser, it's a 10 out of 10.
Explore the backcountry!
Well, end of our trip here, day 4. Super awesome trip. You know, a little chilly at -35 that one day, but having the right gear, the right crew, the right equipment makes all the difference.
Trip's good, man. It was really nice and relaxed. -35 on the first night was so much fun. It was like difficult to be out and breathing in that weather, but having the hot tent and good company was fantastic. Kind of hard being a single mom out here with your 200-pound daughter. Go fend for yourself. Run free. Run free.
You can keep pointing that camera at my face and nothing smart's gonna come out. It was great. The -35 was a highlight for me. It's just a cool experience. Feel the air coming into your lungs, it kind of stings, and yeah, that was my highlight. And the food was outstanding.
It's really nice to get out here in the winter time and enjoy your environment and surroundings. Even though it was a lazy sort of base camp trip, it's kind of restorative and refreshing. It was really nice spending time with friends, eating good meals, good food, and just trekking around here. Just kind of that relaxing trip I needed. So wintertime, if you have the right gear, you can get out there, still enjoy yourself and make the most about it. So gonna trek back about 3 kilometers to the cars, and that's the end of the trip for us. Great trip.